And okay, so we were talking about why in the short term, VGX is going to stay around $4. And obviously in the long term, it's definitely going to go up higher. As far as how high it's going to go, I'm not 100% sure. Neither is Danny, but I was saying that it's going to stay at $4 just because of the exchange ratio that was given to it, which that's 6.7 for one VGX token. And I think it's going to stay there. So I think we were talking as much as well, just picking it up in the next like 2 to 3 weeks, and I think they'll probably stay there for that amount of time. I'm not 100% sure it'll stay there for a full amount of time, but definitely it will stay around that $4 range until this transaction kind of goes into fruition. But Danny was saying, what were you saying, Danny?
So to clarify, what I understood about your argument is that because LGO is currently at 60 cents, that's what's been dictating VGX price.
Right. Yeah.
That's what
I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Because and I think you made a graph illustrating that. I think if you bought $2,300 worth of LGO, you actually made $90 profit off of it.
That was with VGX token at $4.30 each. If what Michael said was accurate before, at 405, you would have to buy 10 times as much to make a profit. So the reason I think the correlation is wrong, in that the price action that VGX is doing is not related to LGO's price pretty much at all, is because VGX currently has utility on the VGX platform. If you hold 500 of it, you get a return. They have the Voyager loyalty program coming out, which will eventually be able to get you 7%. And the LGO token is, at this point, nothing. So the effect that people trying to sell VGX in order to buy LGO at a discount I don't think is a fair assumption, because there's much more value in the token as it is right now, and you can't swap it from LGO to VGX yet. So even if there's people who hold a large amount of VGX, they're taking a guess that right now that the VGX price won't go below $4, and they're locking themselves into that position instead of just holding VGX, because people would have to own a lot of VGX, holding it in the Voyager platform and earning 5% interest per year. So I think it's swip swapped. You think that the LGO token is more valuable and has more influence on the VGX price, and I think it's the opposite. And I think in order to actually answer this question, we'd have to look at the order books for LGO, because the LGO price can move as well. It's not fixed at 60 cents, and it can go up based off demand, of course. So we'd have to look at the order books for LGO, see how deep they are, and see how much money it would take to move that price, which I would say, since LGO is pretty much a dead coin, quickly...
It was a dead coin until Voyager took it over.
Right.
What is fixed right now?
The swap amount.
The 6.
That it'll take
6.
Yeah.
So for every 6.7 LGO, you're going to get 1 VGX.
Right.
Correct.
And that's the only thing that's fixed.
Okay. And when is that date going to be? When are they going to be flipperooned?
Property?
As of a week and a half ago, it was postponed to 6 weeks later. So 5 weeks from now plus. I'd probably say 5 to 7 weeks from now.
Okay.
So I think once the swap does open, what Flash is talking about, I think, is correct. People might try to sell VGX, move it over to Uniswap, and then purchase LGO on Uniswap. And the thing is, if people are freely able to do that and then convert the LGO in, we'll say, less than a day back to VGX, those prices are going to sync up very quickly. And I think they're going to sync up to whatever the VGX token price is. And I think VGX token price has little to no relation currently to the LGO price. as far as the way they move.
Yeah, I just completely disagree. But and here's this was my second point I was coming up with is when stocks are going up, right? They just keep going up, and they want to raise new capital. They'll issue new stock, and they say, hey, currently the stock is trading at $20 a stock or whatever, and the new issue is coming in at 15. Well, not only is it $5 over the current price, but it's or $5 under the current price, sorry. And not only that, but you're adding more supply in there. So now you need to be buying more of it in order to get it. So retail investors, and not only retail investors, but everybody else is like, well, why am I going to buy it at $20 when I can, sell it and, if it goes back to 50 and then buy it back at 15. That's what I'm saying. That pretty much happened and to VGX, and that's why it stopped that forward trajectory of going back up.
Yeah, so I think you're overlooking the difficulty factor of being able to buy LGO. So not only do you have to worry about what the current VGX price is, or what you think the price of VGX will be up until the token swap, you're knowing the price movement of LGO. You're ignoring the Ethereum gas fees and how those change every minute. And I think you're also giving too much power to the people who hold VGX who might want to try to do this. Because if there's someone who has 20,000 VGX tokens and they would like to do this, what they have to do is they have to sell their VGX, move the money over to Uniswap, pay the fees to purchase the LGO, and then sit on the LGO until the swap happens. But while it's sitting in LGO, it's not generating any income like it would on Voyager platform. And you're also locking in your price. And if you did that today, that'd be locking it in for $4, whereas the current VGX price is really close to that. But, well, I guess that's all I have. I think you're hand waving too many of the details by trying to equate it to stocks that are really truly are equal. If you could sign up for one brokerage and buy something for $20, then sign up for a different brokerage and buy it for a $5 discount, that's a no-brainer situation where people are going to just go buy up the $15 stock. But the more people buy those, the more it's just going to bring the price back up to 20, and then you'll have both exchanges selling it for the same price. But in this situation,
right, we were both talking about there was going to be an equilibrium in the next 6 weeks. In the next 6 weeks, but I was just, you were saying that it's because you're bringing up LGO, and I was saying because LGO is pushing down VGX. But there will be an equilibrium, and I think that's, as far as where that number is going to be met, I was thinking it's somewhere in the $4 range.
Yeah, and I see VGX approaching $10, especially as news of the token swap and the Voyager loyalty program actually has a set date for launch. And
right.
I don't think you're even going to see LGO price go up as much as VGX will in the short term. And then once the launch of the token swap happens, you'll quickly see those two prices reach that equilibrium, like you were talking about, because people will freely be able to sell VGX, buy LGO, and then swap it back to VGX. But that'll quickly close the price. I think what will answer this question for us is the current number of LGO tokens and the current supply on the exchanges for LGO, because I think you'll find it'll be significantly lower than the current liquidity for VGX.
Yeah, it's somewhere around, I guess, 33 million, which I was pretty surprised about that. Yeah,
33 million tokens.
Yeah, for LGO.
Okay.
when
Yeah,
you
I think
convert it, yeah.
I think LGO is a tiny boat compared to what VGX has become. So that's why I was
Right.
confused by your correlation there, saying that LGO price is what dictates VGX price. I just,
Right. I just looked it up right now. So because you were talking about it. So yeah, when it comes to the small amount of LGO coming over to can become VGX, but it's another reason that I think it's probably gonna maintain at $4 is because you'd really are pretty much at limbo right now for the next 6 weeks or so, until that program kind of comes into full fruition. And so I think more and more people are, especially right now with this, bull market and crypto, are rather would spend their money somewhere else, which is fine. Everybody to their own, but we've all been buying VGX. So to me, it just seems like an easier purchase than having to research. I know